say go, go, go. That's it.
Come get a good feeling, yeah. Yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, no. Yeah. I just want to tell you right now that I really do believe that something's got a hold on me here. Oh, it must be love. Oh, something's got a hold on me right now, child. Oh, it must be love. Let me tell you now, I've got a feeling. I feel so strange. Everything about me seems to have changed. Step by step, I got a brand new walk. I even sound sweeter when I talk. I said, oh, 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 hey, hey, yeah. Oh, it must be love. You know it must be love. Let me tell you now, something's got a hold on me here. Oh, it must be love. Oh, something's got a hold on me right now, child. Oh, it must be love. Let me tell you now, I've never felt like this before. Something's got a hold on me that won't let go. Believe I'd fly if I only could. I feel so strange, but it sure is good. I said, oh, 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 hey, hey, yeah. Oh, it must be love. You know it must be love. Let me tell you now, my heart feels happy, my feet feel light. I shake all over, I feel alright. I never felt like this before. Something's got a hold on me that won't let go. I never thought it could happen to me. Got me happy when I'm in misery. I never thought it could be this way. But love's sure gone and put a hurting on me. I said, oh, 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 hey, hey, yeah. Oh, it must be love. You know it must be love. You know it walks like love. You know it walks like love. It talks like love. You know it talks like love. Make me feel alright. It makes me feel alright. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, baby. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Everyone, hello. We are about to start in a moment, so you're really very welcome to snuggle on in. The chairs are just as good up here as they are up the back, so feel free to come a bit closer. That's actually a directive to come a bit closer, please. There we go. Nanny taught me well. I'm also going to ask that you turn off, please, your mobile phones. Even give vibrate a miss if you can, unless there's something pressing in your life that you may need to be made aware of. Also going to ask, I'm asking a lot, that you do your best to leave any anxieties, expectations, hey babe, haven't said hello to you yet, or fears that you may have about today or about Marge being up here. Try and leave them at the farm gate because you're not going to need them. The way I look at this, I figure this is just another beautiful, casual gathering with a lady that you love. So tears, they're welcome here. They belong here. But you can also laugh, and if we happen to have a stuff up or two, well, I really don't think Marge would mind. So if that all feels like something you can be accepting of, then I promise I'll keep you safe, and we will all be just fine.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my Yes, it was my way.
Boy, that's a nanny start, isn't it, hey? Nothing left. Oh, we'll get through it, I promise. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is, everyone, and a warm welcome to you all. You probably wouldn't be surprised to learn that in my line of work, I've done quite a few services for people who have made many, many trips around the sun. And while life has to take its natural course, that is, we're born, we live, and we die, I'll let you in on a secret. If there was one generation I could save from that process, it would be the silent one. Yes, I'm fiercely, unapologetically Team Silent generation. The boomers that came after them, the ones I know, we need a refund. Gen X, that's me, we've got plenty of issues. Gen Y and Gen Z got no words. And as for Gen Alpha and anything after that, well, Christ knows what they'll get up to. So yes, without a second thought, I will back the silent generation every single time. And that's primarily because of people, women, like Marjorie, Joan, Allan, and Lila Jean Lindsay, my gran. These were women who mastered the art of resilient living, a deep devotion to their family, and taking life as it comes without fuss, complaint, or pretense. That said, calling Marge part of the silent generation could be seen as a bit of a stretch. In her later years, I believe she had plenty to say and said it with absolutely no filter. Come to think of it, that was my gran too. But if Marge was standing here, right now, she'd point across those rows and declare, "Oh, you're lovely, and you're lovely, and you're lovely too." She was lavish with compliments, utterly genuine, and entirely convinced that life was something best enjoyed with good company, a quick laugh, and a sweet treat within arm's reach. Her family will tell you that while Marge wasn't one for over-the-top, touchy-feely fuss, she made everyone in her circle feel completely safe, secure, and cherished. Whether she was holding court like absolute royalty at Rockpool, where the sensational staff treated her like the princess she thought she was, or casually dropping a colourful shit a brick and fart a crowbar into the conversation. That's Marge, not me. Don't shoot the messenger. Marge was purely, wonderfully herself. No matter what was afoot across her 95 years, she always met the world with a bright, sunny outlook and an attitude of pure gratitude. So let's celebrate your Marge, your mum and nanny, the only way she'd approve, with big smiles, full hearts, and plenty of, shall we say, spirit. Belinda, if you would. That's all right. All right, Oh, she's going the grog. Oh, no, the notes.
Thank you. All right. I can probably see without my glasses. I'll do them. Hi, everyone. I'm Belinda, Marge's daughter. I think I know most of you, but welcome and so happy to have you all here. Can you hear me? Okay. Today I have the privilege of saying a few words about our wonderful mum, Marjorie Joan Allan. On the 10th of March 1931, Mum's life began in Melbourne, Victoria, a very different time. She was the third child to Horace and Mabel Osborne. She grew up with siblings Robert, Gwenda and Bruce. In her early years, the family moved around to many rental properties. Her beloved grandfather also lived with the family. I remember Mum telling me of a special time when the family was separated due to hardship, and Mum and Gwenda went to live with their favourite auntie Iris, who she adored. This was a fun and light-hearted time for Mum. Mum left school after year 8 and began her working life in a haberdashery store near her home. It seemed fitting that she continued to enjoy knitting and cross-stitch throughout her life. And here is a beautiful cross-stitch that she did for her glory box here, and I often still use it today. A special interest of Mum's when she was younger was athletics. She especially loved to sprint around the block and have her beloved grandfather time her with his stopwatch. She took immense pleasure in telling everyone that she was a tomboy and much preferred hanging out with her older brother Robert and his friends. She loved nothing more than riding around on his bike and really wanted a bike of her own. I remember Mum saying that she always really wanted a wristwatch too from her family. She never got either of these, and boy, have times changed. However, she did get many beautiful wristwatches over her life, but her favourite one was the one that Vicky gave her daughter, which we only took off the day before she passed away. And there's the watch there. After Mabel, her mother, passed away, the family moved to Upper Ferntree Gully, where Mum began her second job at the local Kaiser factory. Her father, Horace, was the manager. Mum's job was to check the ladies' stockings for holes. Mum found this job monotonous but enjoyed the chatter with the other ladies. It was also in Upper Ferntree Gully that Mum met the love of her life, our beloved father, George Allan. Dad owned and ran the local barber shop, and in those days, barbers were often tobacconists as well as barbers. Mum would buy cigarettes from the charming, cheeky Alex, and before long, love blossomed. What began with visits to the barber shop became a long love story and the beginning of the family we know and cherish today. Mum and Dad were married on the 26th of February 1955. Together they built their weatherboard home and raised their 3 amazing daughters, Vicky, Robin and Belinda. Mum was truly a domestic goddess. She was a wonderful cook. She made the best roast ever, an excellent ironer, which she did when I used to come home from school. She'd be doing every night, listening to 3XY, and a meticulous cleaner. She especially loved to make a beautiful garden full of pretty flowering annuals around our wishing well out the front. Mum was a fairly easygoing mum, but we knew we were in trouble when she said, "I have a bone to pick with you." She worked tirelessly to make sure we were cared for, comfortable and looked after. We were also fortunate to live in a very sociable neighbourhood where there was always a party or a game of badminton happening. These gatherings brought plenty of fun, laughter and friendship and became part of our happy memories of our childhood. Mum and Dad were also the proud owners of a holiday house in Seaside, Sorrento. We would stay there with Mum every school holiday while Dad continued working, and then would also go down most weekends. Mum worked hard to make sure all the family and friends were welcomed and included, and the house was always filled with fun, laughter and togetherness. Table tennis competitions, fishing and barbecues were the order of the day. Those trips became some of the happiest and most treasured memories of our childhood. Around 50, once the kids had left the nest, Mum was looking for a new direction in her life. Vicky pulled some strings and got Mum a job at the local creche. Mum was in her element, making great friends with all the younger, fun-loving staff and caring for all the little ones. She absolutely hit her straps, and Mum enjoyed a wonderful time of her life. When Dad retired around 1985, Mum and Dad bought their first caravan, and many great holidays were had, travelling far and wide across the country, making friends wherever they went. Around this time, they moved to Balnarring, where they bought a 2-acre property. Together, they set about creating their dream home. They loved tending their huge veggie garden, the chooks, the ducks, and making a flower garden. It became a wonderful place for their ever-expanding family to enjoy. Along the way, welcomed additions were made with Graham, Robert, and Peter, who sadly passed away, and now Paul. During these years, the grandchildren began to arrive and quickly became the highlight of Marge and Alex's life. Melissa, Daniel, Matthew, Jessica and Jennifer, Renee, Scott and Rochelle. Welcome partners are Jerson, Claudia, Kate, Cameron, Josh, Adam, Stephanie and Brody. As you can see today, Marge was deeply loved by all her grandchildren and also her great-grandchildren. Bailey, Noah, Hudson, Hadley, Archie, Dino, Ellie, Amali, Luca, Savannah and Arthur, who all held a very special place in her heart. Tragically, around 1991, Dad lost his eyesight. It became necessary for Mum and Dad to move closer to the family in Knoxfield. Mum became Dad's full-time carer, and she did so with extraordinary devotion, patience and love. As Dad's condition declined, he was moved into an aged care facility. Mum never stopped caring for him. She happily walked the 3-kilometre round trip to visit him every day. She was truly an inspiration to all of us. After Dad, Alex, passed away in 2010, Mum continued to live in Knoxfield. It was a tough time for her, yet despite the challenges, Mum remained strong and independent, maintaining her house and garden. Mum was blessed with great health and vitality, but she did still face some serious setbacks. She suffered a heart attack, had bowel cancer and broke her hip. Each time she bounced back with the same determination and resilience that had carried her throughout so much of her life. In 2021, Mum made the decision to move closer to her daughters Vicky and Robin in Queensland. By then she was experiencing the early stages of dementia and moved into the Rock Pools Residential Aged Care Facility in Morayfield. There were a few hiccups during this settling in period, mainly involving her wanting more ciggies, but once everything settled, Mum truly flourished. In many ways, Mum became more sociable than she had ever been before. She was well known and loved by everyone. She received incredible care from all the staff at Rock Pools, and we will always be grateful for the kindness, patience and support they gave her right to the end of her life. Today, we remember her life, her story, the home she created and the family she raised. We remember all the loving and caring ways she showed us how much she cared. You will always be loved, always remembered, and forever missed. Okay, I'd just like to say another little bit about, on behalf of all the family, I would like to sincerely thank Jessica and Cameron for allowing us to celebrate Mum's life here today. You've gone to such great lengths to make everything so perfect. We truly thank you, and Mum would absolutely be over the moon. She would love it. And thanks also to anyone else who helped to make this day special. Thank you also to the family members who travelled from interstate to be here today, and to Daniel, Renee's and Mum's family who are watching via video link and would also love to be here. Just a very quick few notes from me, a few personal words from me. Mum, I am eternally grateful to have had you as my mum. Thank you for giving me such a carefree, happy childhood. I have always felt totally supported by you, and you're always so interested in all I had to say. Thank you for always making me feel special and loved. Mum, you're as good as gold. Love you, Mum.
Oh, well done. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Right. Just while I'm finding my place, on ironing in this generation. So yes, I was raised by my grandma, and you'd come home from school or uni or whatever, and all the clothes would be lined up, whatever. You'd put them away, and the next day to go to school, you obviously require knickers. You'd get the knickers out. I swear to God, these things were starched within an inch of their life, and I used to have to bang them on the corner of the bed before they'd be good enough to be able to put on and give me a bit of movement. Just incredible. All right, where are we up to? I've got Miss Belinda. So on to our mum. So one daughter has spoken and we've got 2 more to come. They might want to come up together, strength in numbers or not. It's up to you. Don't want to start a feud. Vicky, if you'd like to come first, love. Do you want Rob up? Here she comes. I've got it here too if you need it. I'll get this out of the road.
I'm Vicky, Marge's daughter. Can you hear it? Yeah. You go first. Sorry. Let Robin go first. Sorry.
All right, Robin.
I'm not going to do this. Can you do it? Thanks.
Mum, as you love to say, how lucky am I to have had you so close to me for the last 5 years of your life. It wasn't always an easy journey for you to settle into rock pools with so many disruptions during COVID and the whole new environment to adapt to. Once you settled in, you made a lot of friends as you wandered the grounds and chatted to all that passed by. You certainly became a social butterfly. As you know, Mum, you gave us a few grey hairs due to the weekly reports from rock pools informing me that you were caught smoking where you shouldn't have been. I started to feel as though you were the naughty teenager that needed to be disciplined. I was so worried when you needed to move into high care, but amazingly it was like a homecoming for you. You always said that they treated you like a princess, and I totally agree, as their care was outstanding, and I am forever grateful to them. Mum, we had lots of laughs, adventures, and made lots of special memories that I will treasure forever. We loved getting our nails done together, Sunday drives with Graham and I, trips to Redcliffe to meet with Vicky, and all our family get-togethers will never be the same without you. Mum, I love you, I miss you, and I will always, you always be in my heart.
Good girl. Give her a round of applause. Nice. Well done. Good girl. Good girl. All right, come on, Misty.
Do you want me to stay?
No, it's all right, I can do it now. I'm Vicky, Marge's daughter. My memories of Mum are of a loving, caring, devoted wife, mother, grandmother and great-grandmother, someone you knew would always be there in times of need. I was a single mum with 2 small children, Melissa and Daniel, and Mum and Dad played a major part in our lives. And we have many happy memories of our times at Balnarring and all the love, support and fun they gave us. Mum loved nature and animals, and I remember the 2 magpies that used to peck on the kitchen window at 4 p.m. for Mum to feed them minced steak, and one cheeky one even worked out how to open the screen door and would often be standing by the fridge. In my late 30s, I became extremely unwell, and Mum and Dad were so supportive, moving in with me and providing care and love, for which I am forever grateful. Mum enjoyed gardening, and only 2 days before she passed, I commented on a plant in the garden at Regis, and she told me she'd been looking after it and would get her secateurs and get me a cutting. In later years, when Dad lost his eyesight and got Parkinson's, I saw the way Mum cared for him with such love and devotion, and never once did she complain. Right to the end of her life, she had such a positive, happy, loving, caring outlook on life. A life that touches others goes on forever.
Well done. Look at
Thank
you go.
you. Thank you.
Baby loves me, yes, yes she does. All the girls out beside you said she loves me, yes, yes she does. Gonna show me tonight, yeah. She got the way to move me, cherry. She got the way to prove me. She got the way to prove me, cherry. She got the way to prove me. All right. Tell your mama, girl, I can't stay long. We got things we gotta catch up on. You know what I'm saying. Can't stand still while the music is playing. Alright. Ain't got no right, no, you don't. Ought to be so exciting.
The next lot of tributes is called Our Fabulous Nanny, and it involves the words of her grandchildren. Now, I haven't got to meet all of you yet, so if I could get Matt, Melissa, Kate, I think, is speaking for Renee. Yep. Daniel's going to get funky, and Jess, if you'd all like to come up together, that'd be awesome. You're a good-looking mod. Have you got it, love? You've got yours? Yeah? Okay, all right. You're up, fella. Woohoo.
So for those who don't know me, I'm Matt. I'm Nanny's oldest grandson. Yeah. So as a young boy, I always look forward to the times of the year when my grandparents would come to Queensland from Victoria for the winter. Special memories include my grandpa would take him to the Ekka, and my nana, she used to teach me to wrestle until one day I flipped her into our cupboard, and she's like, I think maybe you're a bit big now, because for those who know her, she was not the biggest lady. And Nanny wasn't your typical nanny, and I affectionately knew her as Old Bag. Nanny and Grandpa loved to stay at Mooloolaba Caravan Park, and when we'd visit, we went to the surf club for lunch, and Nanny would always disappear and come back going, I just had a flutter, just a flutter. When we left, I would wave out the window and I would say, goodbye, Old Bag. And when we were in Melbourne for Grandpa's funeral, I never said it to call her Old Bag out of respect. She comes up to me at the wake and says, Matt, you've been treating me differently. I'm like, have I? You haven't called me Old Bag, you've been here a week. Stop treating me different. And at that moment I knew it wasn't just a joke, it was a term of endearment. Sorry, I've lost my place. When I think of Nanny, I feel a warmth and love. She was always made me feel made every single person feel special. She would tell me how much she believed in me, and she knew tell me how much she believed in me, and she knew I would always do well. I'm not sure how much she knew this meant to me, as I didn't believe in myself at times. Having someone who believed in you, no matter what, is one of the most powerful things. I loved going to Balnarring in Melbourne where Nanny and Grandpa lived. I have memories of riding around on the rider mower in the trailer, going to the veggie patch and catching yabbies in their dam. I have some understanding that Nanny's life wasn't always rosy. She had her ups and downs. Regardless of this, she always had a positive outlook on life and always took everything in her stride. More recently, Nanny moved to Queensland, and she was able to spend more time with each of us. Myself, my family, Kate, Noah and Hadley. She loved coming to our home in Sanford, and particularly a glass of wine and some prawns. Having Nanny around, you knew you would always receive a one-liner that would instantly boost morale. Recently, we asked Nanny about the secret to a long and happy life. Was what it was. Her answer was sex, and lots of it. The ability not to take life seriously is a gift, and Nanny had it. I am sure she worried Mum a lot. Yeah, worried Mum a lot in her. She worried my mum a lot later in her life, but I couldn't help but giggle every time I heard Mum tell me she was gone for a walk to buy some ciggies, and she even set a fire in a bin in the nursing home. I think one of the main things that I learned from Nanny was always to hold dear. Nanny, and was always to hold dear is to never lose your inner child.
Well done.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Matt. Thank you, Cam and Jess, for hosting us today. This is lovely. Marjorie, Allan, can you hear me? Hello. Yep. Thank you for being my grandmother. As a school, Nanny was a strong runner, and she won several competitions at school. She also had a sharp tongue, surprise, and would say whatever she thought. These two skills came in handy when she inevitably spoke out and had to outrun her mother chasing her down the street with a wooden spoon. Nanny was a strong conversationalist. She could talk to anyone, and she always had time just for you. Especially young people. I think she had a soft spot for young people and could really get them to open up to her. When I was 9, she told me that a fashion designer is a career and that I could do it if I wanted to. It was a seed that would lead me into studying fashion design years later. Nanny was easygoing. Not much could ruffle her feathers. She always had a positive outlook, with one of her catchphrases being, "Aren't I lucky?" Growing up, my brother and I spent formative years going to the property at Balnarring. It was a magical place where you could ride your bike endlessly, fish for yabbies, feed the ducks, pluck eggs from the chickens, collect pine cones to explode on the fire, or go to the beach and be tossed by the ocean waves. Under Nanny's care, that special time imprinted on me the great value of nature and slowing down to enjoy moments with family and friends. Nanny didn't have an easy childhood, so I'm especially grateful that she always chose to give her best to others. She was always cheerful and she never let things get her down. Thank you, Nanny, for all that you gave to us. I'm forever grateful.
Or Kate.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I just got to put these on, sorry, because I can't read without them. This is just for Renee. I wanted to first of all say I'm sorry I couldn't make it today. I'm glad I got to come up and say my final goodbye to Nanny not too long ago. Nanny was such a kind-natured person that always had a positive attitude to life. She was deeply loved by her whole family and will be missed dearly. Thank you for all the laughter and joy we shared over the years. I love you and know you are always watching over me. It's Renee.
Annie, thank you for introducing me to a world filled with love, humour, kindness, happiness, honesty and positivity. You embodied all of these values irrespective of the environment that you were in. In a lot of ways, you taught me how to hold unwavering values even when the world around me was changing. My first memories of you were at Balnarring, where Grandpa and I would play pranks on you anytime, anywhere, from beeping the car horn at you while you were helped rolling up the garage door just to see you jump, to taking your towels while you were in the shower or putting toothpaste on your toothbrush. And I didn't mean toothpaste, I meant soap on your toothbrush. You were always such a good sport. I'll always cherish our morning tea sessions on the back veranda, tea with a splash of milk, a couple of bickies to dip, and conversations covering everything from how the ducks escaped to how many passion fruits Melissa and I could eat. I fondly remember our Christmases at Balnarring. They were the most magical days of my life. The family gathering around for carols on Christmas Eve, prezzies, and a succulent roast, followed by a couple of sparkling drinks to have you at your usual Marge best. All the while you'd be telling the magpie out on the balcony that you once fed some mincemeat. Go on, nick off, as you chased it off, only for it to fly right back to the windowsill. And maybe a ciggy in hand while you're doing that. When Grandpa lost his sight, the environment changed significantly. And Grandpa, who practically lived outdoors, now needed to prioritize safety in a place like Balnarring that simply wasn't built for it. When the environment changed, some people might have changed with it. But to me, you didn't change one bit. You showed relentless positivity, energy, and commitment to your husband to live your life as best as you could. What happened to Grandpa never felt like a burden or a misfortune. Rather, it felt like the opposite, a blessing for every day we could be in his presence. I watched over his final years, and I saw a woman who was dedicated and resilient and committed to showing up for her family and just getting on with things. I know life wasn't easy for you, but you never once let that get in the way of how you wanted it to be. When I think of my favorite moments with you, they were simple ones. Lying on the couch, watching the tennis, walking with you to Knox City, taking you out for lunch, and as always, having a laugh with you, not at you. One specific recent memory was when a few of us were in Melbourne scoping out wedding venues at local wineries. We were all feeling quite peckish, and it fell on me to find a lunch spot. I scouted a winery in the Yarra Valley, but they were all completely booked out. Nevertheless, we drove over, and Nanny was to play an integral part in the plan as the person who made the non-existent booking. We walked in, Nanny exuding total confidence. The host at the door asked, "Hi, do you have a booking?" I answered, "Yes, we have one under Marjorie Allan for 6 people." The lady checked, she paused, and looked up and replied, "Sorry, we don't have a booking under that name." I looked over at Nanny and asked, "Did you make that booking?" There was a pause. Awkward. The lady looking at Nanny, all of us looking at Nanny, and then Nanny just stood there. And I thought, is she going to deliver? And then she just instantly went, "Ah, shit. I always forget these things." And said, "It's okay, Nanny, it's all right." And the host, the lady at the door, she empathized with our manufactured situation, and she quickly just replied, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the confusion. Just, let me find you a table, and please enjoy the wine tasting on us." And Nanny was the first to indulge in the exploits of her co-created scheme by indulging in all the different wines, and knowing that she didn't need to drive, she probably wanted seconds on that. As we were walking to the car afterwards, she said, "Oh, I've never felt so alive. I want to do it again." That just felt incredible. She was really activated. So what I want to say is I love you, Nanny. Rest in peace. Thank you for teaching me to be grateful for everything in life and to find positive outcomes in unlikely places. As you are reunited with Grandpa, I know that you will share the most beautiful eternity together. I love you.
Well done. So I don't know if we said, but Daniel is over in Spain, of course. What dodgy dudes. You all sit there like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. Come on up, Jess.
What was Nanny to me? Nanny was so many things to so many people. But to me, she was all my favourite childhood memories rolled into one person. She was a packet of spearmint lifesavers to try and hide the sneaky smoke we all knew she was having. She was the best parts about winter holidays and trips to Mooloolaba. She was walks every afternoon to get a slushie after school. She was a cold glass of wine every night and a freshly squeezed glass of orange juice every morning. She was carnation milk in her coffee and marmalade jam on her morning toast. She was a joker, and she was highly inappropriate, which is what we all enjoyed so much about her. She was fiercely independent and incredibly strong in all the perfect ways. She was a kind heart and a gentle hand, and someone we could all count on to put a smile on our face. Nanny had a no bullshit approach to life. She was all about the good times and seeing the absolute best in every situation. Somehow, she always found a way to be positive right up until her last moments. In the last days we had with Nanny, she had made a comment about having a sore leg, but that comment was quickly followed by a, "Shut up, Marge, stop whinging." That was Nanny to a T. Nanny was all the good things about this world rolled into one perfectly imperfect person that taught us all never to sweat the small stuff and not to take life too seriously. Thank you for being the best nanny anyone could have asked for. Although your time with us is over, you will forever be deeply imprinted on each of our hearts for a different reason. Whether that was as a mum, a nanny, or a great nanny, or a friend, one thing is for certain, we all love you so much and will miss your crazy, inappropriate jokes. Rest peacefully, Nanny. We do love each other, don't we?
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me quando, quando, quando we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando, quando, quando you mean happiness to me. Oh, my love, please tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me quando, quando, quando. Say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me quando, quando, quando. Say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when. Oh, my darling, tell me when. My darling, tell me when. When?
Margie, do you want to come up? Yeah. Which leaves us to the last generation of nanny. Archie's going to come up. Are there any other grand or great grandies that want to come up? Here we go. Here we go. Cast of thousands. Now, do you need this, darling? Yeah, you got it. You might have to hold that one. Yeah. Right. So here we go. That's it. Right up to your mouth.
As the youngest generation, we were lucky enough to have old Nanny in our life. She taught us all something different and made us all feel a different way when we thought of her. When I think of old Nanny, I think about all the jokes she told us and how she always made us laugh. My favourite jokes that old Nanny told were, of course, the rude ones and the ones I didn't understand, but I laughed at anyways. Whenever we were going to see old Nanny, I instantly knew that she was going to make me laugh my guts out. Hudson said old Nanny always called me the blonde hair boy and would always talk to me about sports and her love of sports as a young kid just like me. Bailey said old Nanny to him was the wine-drinking, ciggy-smoking lady that never had a frown on her face. She was always able to lift room spirits with ease from the sex jokes and the I don't eat much comments, but would go on to eat a full plate of food with a glass of wine and somehow still had room for dessert. Noah said that he loved that old Nanny always complimented him on how tall he was getting and how she always gave him the best hugs. Hadley said old Nanny was cheeky and always had the funniest jokes. Dino said he loved going out with old Nanny to get coffee and playing the hippo game with her. One thing we all know is that old Nanny always made us feel loved and special in her own way, and that we are always going to miss her and that she will be loved in our hearts.
Well done. Good boy. That was awesome. Thanks, guys. From the mouths of babes, hey? So 95 years, 95. It's near impossible to fathom all that Marge has experienced in that time. But two things I'm sure you can grasp is alcohol and chocolate. So we're calling on both. Yep, it's cheers. Cue the girls. Here we go. Cheers and chockies while you sit and reflect on your life with Marge. Remember all she was and all she will remain. But while you can hit the chockies, hold off on the drinks for the toast at the end.
I took the supermarket flyers from the windowsill. I threw the day old tea from the cup. Packed up the photo album Matthew had made. Memories of a life that's been loved. Took the get well soon cars and stuffed animals. Poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mum, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up. But I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mum. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, He'll say hallelujah, you're home. I Fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly in a case. John said he'd drive, then put his hand on my cheek and wiped a tear from the side of my face. And I hope that I see the world as you did, 'cause I know a life with love is a life that's been lived. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go, and when God takes you back, you'll say hallelujah, you're home. Hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. You got to see the person I have become. Spread your wings, and I know that when God took you back, he said hallelujah, you're home.
With either a drink in hand or chocolate Rolos safely tucked away, I feel it's time to revisit a few solids from Marge, just to make sure they've sunk in. 1, tell people they're lovely. 2, speak your mind plainly. 3, when someone offers you a sweet, never hesitate. Just say, "Oh, I'd love some." And 4, whenever life gets a bit messy, let her rip with, "Oh, bugger." Laugh it off, have a sneaky smoke, or find the bright side with a nature-filled outlook and a good brisk walk. But whatever you choose, just get on with it.
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. But she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Oh, 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 she's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is mine. But she's never in the way. Always something nice to say. What a blessing. I could leave her on her own, knowing she's okay alone and there's no messing. She's a lady. Oh, 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 she's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is mine. She never asks very much, and I don't refuse her. Always treat her with respect. I never would abuse her. What she's got is hard to find, and I don't want to lose her. Help me build a mountain from a little pile of clay. But she knows what I'm about. She can take what I dish out, and that's not easy. But she knows me through and through, and she knows just what to do and how to please me. She's a lady. Oh, 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 she's a lady. Talking about she's a lady. Listen to me, people, she's a lady. Yeah, 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 she's a lady. Ooh, she's a lady. Talking about the little lady. She's a lady. Yeah, 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 she's a lady. Oh, Lord, she's a lady. I can't live without that little lady.
For almost a century, Marge would look around at her girls, at her grandkids, and at her great-grandkids, her people, and ask, how lucky am I? But it wasn't actually a question. It wasn't even a question that didn't need an answer. It was a statement. Well, Marge, look around this place. There's only one of you and a ton of them. So feel free to call me out because I know you bloody would. But I reckon that makes this lot the lucky ones. All in agreement, please raise your glasses to Mum, to Nanny, to Old Nanny, to Marge. Everyone, thank you for being here for this beautiful woman and this family. Please stay and enjoy their hospitality for as long as you're able. And then, when you leave, please be safe and may you all fare well.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. In time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still more? I need your love. I need your love. God, speak your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea,